One of the mentoring field's greatest strengths is the diversity of programs and settings where young people and mentors come together. But there's a lot that goes into running a quality mentoring program. At Mentor, our work is to fuel the quality and quantity of mentoring relationships for America's young people. And so we created the National Quality Mentoring System as an opportunity for mentoring programs to take a holistic look at their current program practices and the work that they do from day to day.
By engaging and interacting with the National Quality Mentoring System, they get practical skills to really implement in their mentoring programs so that they can build strong relationships with their mentors, who in turn build strong relationships with young people in communities everywhere.
The NQMS starts with a self-assessment completed by a mentoring program. That assessment is then reviewed by a trained NQMS reviewer from an affiliate, who then meets with the program staff to discuss those results. Together, they will identify goals and develop a work plan for the program to make quality improvements with the help of training, support, and resources provided by the mentor affiliate.
Our program was motivated to go through the NQMS process because we really believe in program improvement, ultimately to best serve our students. And NQMS gives us a great way to get really good feedback from an outside perspective.
There are a number of benefits for programs that go through it. We've heard feedback that they feel their program is more competitive in terms of going after grants. They now have this kind of proof, a seal of approval, if you will, that lets a funder know that they're doing their work at a high level and that any dollars invested in that program will be well spent and impactful investments.
You know, I think the support that's provided here really helps change the trajectory and lives of every single young person in America. And being in partnership with you and others really does help change the equation for youth and teens in America.
For more information about the NQMS, please visit our website, www.mentoring.org/NQMS. Please welcome to the stage Garrett Richardson of Bloomberg Associates.
Thank you very much. Oh, this is fantastic. I hope y'all getting my good side. All right. Thank you. No, seriously, appreciate you all sticking it out. I hope you're enjoying your meal. I'm honored and privileged today on behalf of Bloomberg Philanthropies and Bloomberg Associates to present the impactful philanthropy Excellence in Mentoring Award. So at Bloomberg, we understand the crucial role of mentoring plays in ensuring young people reach their full potential. And we are absolutely proud to be playing a part of this national and, dare I say, international mentoring movement. Shameless plug real quick, but a couple of years ago, with a generous donation from Bloomberg Philanthropies, also through our pro bono consultation services with Bloomberg Associates, and drawing inspiration from mentors' elements of effective practice, we helped support the City of London create its first ever mentoring quality framework. That framework has now been accessed and utilized to enhance mentoring practice by over 900 local youth-serving organizations across the capital city. And I am proud to share with you all as well that this framework served as a pillar for Mayor Sadiq Khan's New Deal for Young People mission, a mission that just a couple weeks ago formally announced that it has provided quality mentoring opportunities to over 100,000 young Londoners in need. So we are extremely appreciative of the work and the partnership that you all do because it served as an inspiration across the Atlantic. Thank you. And this is work that we know aligns with the values of this year's winners of the Impactful Philanthropy Award, that is Surreal and Bijul Chotsky. They are true champions of mentoring, and they've had a significant impact on young people across these United States. For over 2 decades, Surreal and Bijul shown a deep and lasting commitment to ensuring that young people have the support and meaningful relationships to strive towards their college and career goals through their giving, volunteerism, as well as their advocacy. Surreal is currently the CEO and president of Vantage Data Centers and sits on the board of trustees at the Strata Education Network, which supports programs, policies, and organizations that strengthen connections between post-secondary education and opportunity in the U.S. Bijul serves as a career coach at Ama La Vida Coaching after volunteering as a mentor at Minds Matter New York, an organization that connects low-income students with industry professionals to prepare them for their college and career opportunities. She helped find the Minds Matter Colorado chapter in 2007, where she currently serves as a trustee. The Chotskys are committed to supporting mentoring organizations that are working to dismantle systemic inequalities of the educational and college access systems for more young people. As part of this commitment, they have donated more than $1 million to Minds Matter Colorado and made a $1 million investment to help the Strata Education Foundation's Historically Black Colleges and Universities initiative. Surreal and Bijou have been engaged members of their community who live their belief in the power of mentors through their actions, as well as their curiosity to understand and learn about the educational and mentoring landscape so that they can deepen their impact. In recognition of their dedication to uplifting young people, it is my honor and privilege to present this award to Surreal and Bijou Chotsky. They are unable, unfortunately, to join us today, but they have shared a video message with all of us.
Hi, my name is Bijou Choksy, and my husband Surreal and I are very sorry that we're not able to be there in person today, but we are there in spirit. We're humbled to receive this recognition from the Mentor organization. We know that when a young person has a mentor, they're 55% more likely to enroll in college, and they're more likely to hold leadership positions later in life. That's why we're here today, to invest in the leaders of tomorrow. We believe potential is not determined by what family or zip code you were born into, but opportunity, sadly, is. And we believe education is the great leveler. That's why we dedicate time and resources to various educational and mentoring organizations. Mentoring doesn't just change lives, it creates a ripple effect. When one young person thrives, it uplifts families, schools, communities, and even workplaces. So it's not just about helping one, it's about creating lasting change. But honestly, before the Mentor organization, I was mainly focused on academic outcomes of mentoring. But I love how the organization focuses on the whole person, highlighting other critical benefits, such as improving mental health and a greater self-confidence. For us, this isn't just philanthropy, it's purpose. Seeing a young person gain confidence, thrive in school, or get into college reminds us why we do this. And for us, mentoring is deeply personal. We've had incredible mentors in our lives who opened doors, gave advice, and believed in us when we doubted ourselves. We want to pay that forward. We donate because we believe every young person deserves a mentor. And we volunteer because those relationships can be life-changing, not just for them, but for us too. So if you want to make a real difference, start with a relationship. Support mentoring. And we invite you to join us. Whether you mentor, donate, or spread the word, you can be part of creating opportunity for every young person. It starts with just one relationship, but it can change the world.
Please welcome to the stage Camden Serrano and Barb Garcia from Linked Mentoring.
Hello, everyone. My name is Barb Garcia, and I'm a mentor with Linked Mentoring. I've been a mentor for a little over a year now, and I was brought on by my good friend, Jake Sullivan. He was a facilitator, and he very quickly matched me with this exceptional young human being, Camden Serrano. I will give him a minute to introduce himself, but first, Jake very much asked me to say a few words about Linked Mentoring, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Forgive me if I have to read off the cue cards. So Linked Mentoring is an e-mentoring program where LGBTQ plus youth are matched with LGBTQ plus mentors to form supportive and trusting relationships. And then I think somewhere around here you can read the mission statement. Because LGBTQ plus youth experience the damaging effects of marginalization at a disproportionate rate, we believe that it is essential for these youth to have a space to explore themselves amongst an intergenerational community. And so with that, I'll let Camden introduce himself.
Hello, everybody. I am Camden Serrano, and I'm 13 years old, and I am so proud to be a mentee of Link Mentoring. And Link Mentoring has done wonders for me personally.
All right. Yeah, so I'm so happy to be up here with you, and I'm so happy to hear how much you've loved being a part of Linked Mentoring. And I know everyone here is very anxious to hear about your experience. So my first question is, in your own words, Camden, what exactly brought you to Linked Mentoring?
Well, I would say that before I joined Link Mentoring, my mental health was at a decline. My parents were going through a high conflict divorce, so I really needed guidance. And in a way, Link Mentoring helped me feel like as if I'm not the rainbow sheep of everywhere I was at. And I think Link Mentoring helped me open up to things that I wouldn't normally open up to. And luckily, Link Mentoring has really did fulfill their mission statement.
Really just amazing stuff, Camden. Camden, I'm so excited, and I'm so happy that this has been such a great experience for you. I wanted to hear a little bit more about how Linked Mentoring has helped you find a place in this world.
Well, I think Link Mentoring was like the first step I took towards making sure that I can seek help. And like right after I joined Link Mentoring, it helped me really venture out towards mental health resources that I needed. Like from school, I got guidance counseling. I've been doing mental health research for myself. And like I think Link Mentoring made it very convenient for me. Even from the opening slides, if you ever sign up, they're very open towards like making sure that they're catering towards your needs. I would say that Link Mentoring is an amazing place for young kids like me, people in middle school or in high school, who need to venture out for their own story and also to better themselves. So.
All right. Again, I'm just so happy to be here with you, Camden, and I'm so honored to have been your mentor for the last year. I'm just noticing time, and we have time for one more question. You mentioned that you would recommend this program to anyone, so I'm curious, what knowledge would you like to pass to anyone, to any youth who was in the same position you were before you joined?
For me personally, I would say that hope is very important. It's like, it sounds really cliche, but I think like hope is very essential, at least for me. Despite the current political climate, it is very easy to get caught up in sort of a negative mindset that we can't really do anything about our current situation. And life is very rough, especially if you're part of the community. And like needing to hide my identity to avoid controversy is mandatory, sadly. But we as a community can still make steps towards making safe places and safe spaces, such as Link Mentoring. Making sure that we all feel comfortable in our own skin, I think is very important. And like we can make these safe spaces to help LGBTQ+ youth, such as me, to have hope for our future and also in ourselves.
All right, that concludes our little interview. When I said he was exceptional, I clearly was not. I was underselling it, really. So thank you so much for having us. Really just great work that you are all doing, and it's very much making a difference in the lives of youth, just wherever you are. So thank you so much for having us.
Please welcome to the stage Jermaine Myrie, Chief Executive Officer at Mentor.
Hello, good afternoon. How's lunch? I brought a few friends to lunch with me. All right. We're excited to be here, and I'm joined today by Ed, Lauren, and Maurice, and I'm going to have them introduce themselves because we want to have this conversation around leveling the playing field from a funder's perspective. And what does that look like in this community that we are in today? So I'm going to have Ed first introduce himself, and then Lauren and Maurice, and we're going to jump right into a conversation and join you all for lunch.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Ed Foster Simeon. I'm the president and CEO at the U.S. Soccer Foundation, where I lead an amazing team of people who are committed to using this beautiful game of soccer as a platform to improve the health and well-being of young people across the United States of America. With this unique window of time that we're in, with the FIFA World Cup coming to the United States and the Women's World Cup possibly coming in 2031, we're in an opportunity platform here to really leverage sport as a way to provide youth with the mentors that they can use in their lives to thrive and excel.
Great.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lauren Sills. I serve as the head of operations for the NBA Foundation, which is the league's first ever charitable foundation. We started almost 5 years ago when the league wanted to do more than just say Black Lives Matter. So $300 million. The NBA teams, our owners, we call them governors, pledged $300 million over 10 years. And our philanthropic mission is dedicated to reducing the racial wealth gap. So we could have been a ton of different things, but we're really focused on economic empowerment and career readiness for Black youth ages 14 to 24. And over the last 4+ years, we've been able to support and invest in nonprofit organizations that are doing mentoring, entrepreneurship, access to college education. And we're proud to say we've given $125 million to 240+ nonprofit organizations that have served over 500,000 Black youth across our NBA market. So I'm excited about the conversation today and looking forward to meeting you all. Oh, thanks.
Hello, everyone. My name is Maurice McCauley. I use he, him pronouns. I'm a program, sorry to the people back here, I'm going to try and acknowledge you as well. I'm a program officer at the newly named Gates Foundation. Within the Gates Foundation, I sit on our US programs focused on what we call pathways initiatives. Our program area was funded as a way to ensure that Black, Latino, Indigenous, and students from low-income backgrounds have access to high-value credentials, agency, social capital, and professional skills in order to navigate key transition moments in their lives. Within that, I focus a lot on our high-quality advising initiatives, mostly through tech-enabled solutions. And I'm just really excited to be here today and share a little bit about what I've learned in this role over the past 3 years.
Great, great. Well, yes, please, welcome. So we're going to stay with you, Maurice, in the sense that we're talking about social capital and systemic pathways. And at Mentor, we know that building social capital and a network of influential connections is really key factors that can be beneficial to advance in school, the workforce, and in life in general. And so what I'd like to kind of have you help us understand and think about is, how have you seen young people be able to build social capital in the work that you're doing at the Gates Foundation? How does social capital help to create these pathways?
So we've sort of taken a definition of social capital to be a student's access to and ability to mobilize human connections. Part of the reason we added the mobilize part, because we didn't want it to just be, I know someone, but the idea that that someone would take steps to create opportunity for me. So taking the onus off of the students, which is a lot of times like, let's teach you how to network, let's teach you this ideal of grit and how to walk into a room and present yourself. So our research over the past 4 years has really focused on how do we make the adults in learners' lives able to broker relationships on their behalf. What we have seen through a lot of our investments that have focused on sort of like youth understanding of social capital, they know their networks, they're able to map them, but what's missing is sort of the gaps in the network based on a student's interests or their ability to explore new areas that may not necessarily be ones that they've considered. So we focused a lot of our social capital research on the ideal of exposure and awareness too, from a identity, a belonging, meaning, well-being, and purpose lens as well. I think these conversations are happening. Youth are meeting people. How then do we make sure to connect the dots between the people they're meeting and the potential opportunity is what a lot of our investments did. We took a systemic approach where we were like, we know we measure what we value, and so how do we make it so we can actually measure these connections, the ROI, in order to sort of like make this something that, because a lot of my work happens in school time, that districts end up being willing to put funding behind.
Yeah. And so Lauren, in your work at the NBA Foundation, right, what ways are you witnessing young people being able to take advantage of this social capital?
Oh, great question. So I shared a little bit about some of the grant making that we're doing, but really when we think about making an impact, it's about the programs. So we have 3 signature programs at the NBA Foundation: the All-Star Pitch Competition, the HBCU Fellowship, and then the Tech Challenge. The example I'm going to give you today, though, Jermaine, is really focused on the All-Star Pitch Competition, because we're getting close to All-Star, which is just in a few weeks. But the All-Star Pitch Competition is an entrepreneurship accelerator program that we've developed over the last few years, where we're highlighting the Black and brown entrepreneurs in that All-Star market, like the host city. And what I've seen over the past couple of years is that young people specifically, they need that wraparound services. You know, it's not just about us providing them capital, right? Or the opportunity to connect with people. What makes the All-Star Pitch Competition unique is that we have an application, we have an interview, but we select those 10 contestants, or entrepreneurs I'll call them, and they actually get a chance to pitch in front of a panel of celebrities as well as business moguls. So when you think about the NBA, they're presenting. Imagine being 23 or even 19, and you're presenting your business idea to an owner, right, of a team, or 50 Cent, or Baron Davis, or E40, and those connections are incredibly significant, because even if you don't receive the capital that we're giving away to those top 3 winners, you're getting visibility on our platforms, NBA.com, or social media. You're also getting connections to potential investors. You're also getting a chance to maybe have some people serve in your board. And so one example is a young man, last year, Indiana was where the host city was, the Pacers, and a young man who was 23 years old, while he didn't walk away with the cash, he walked away with an angel investor. He walked away with Jalen Rose actually like tweeting out or Instagramming about his organization. And then he also walked away with a chief technology officer who was in the audience of that event. And so those kind of opportunities are unique, and I think the NBA Foundation is uniquely able to actually provide them.
Wow, that's powerful. That's powerful stuff, yeah. And Ed, from your perspective at the U.S. Soccer Foundation, in what ways can adults support young people in growing their networks?
You know, it's interesting. The basic premise of our work is that youth coaches are among the most influential people in a child's life. You know, outside of their parents and perhaps their teachers at school, these are adults that these young people listen to, and they want to follow instruction from them. And what we see, we work with children in our Soccer for Success after school program, Soccer for Success in school, a Just Ball program after school, and our coach mentor training is all built on this idea that introducing kids to mentors at the earliest age, where they get to understand that not just their peers should be in their network, not just other children should be in their network. To be able to see a youth coach as a caring adult who's involved in my life and is playing this positive role sets a model for them to begin to reach out to other adults in their life, be it a guidance counselor, be it other people. So that initial contact and making sure that the coaches in our programs are trained as effective coach mentors kind of models kind of what interaction with adults can be like for young people.
Yeah. And I'd like to think that part of that interaction kind of creates a sense of belonging, right? So I want to kind of move us to that space, right, of thinking about this belonging. And Lauren, I'm going to start with you. When it comes to fostering a sense of belonging, how can sports help shape this feeling in all spaces so that youth can thrive in everything that they do?
Thanks for that. Hopefully people can hear me.
No? Yes.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's actually just start with a question. Raise your hand if you played sports. Okay, a lot of people. Any basketball? Just curious. So we all know the benefits of sports, right? It fosters social, emotional, and physical development. You learn I would say, hard work, teamwork. You're also able to learn leadership skills. You're mobilizing a group of people to, reach a certain goal. And I think what's unique about specifically the foundation is that we have a number of those programs that I mentioned earlier that are creating that community for people to feel like they belong. And so one of those programs is the NBA HBCU Fellowship, which is a 10-week internship for undergrads and graduates of HBCUs to work at our team and league office. I mean, I think I've heard it even before we came out here. We all know that, talent is everywhere, but opportunity is not. And we at the NBA are committed to creating, pathways for diverse talent. And sports is really the unique way that we can, have people foster those relationships. And so the fellowship actually has been like a little baby of mine. I'm a proud graduate of Spelman College, and I wanted to kind of bring that HBCU experience to these young people who wanted to work in the business of basketball. So we're actually going into our 4th year here this coming summer. And what's unique is that our young people not only get a chance to work at a team office in a variety of different departments, right? Communications, marketing, to social responsibility, to accounting. They're understanding that this is not just about working or playing the game of basketball. There's thousands of jobs that support the game every single day. And so when we decided to kind of create that opportunity, we wanted to kind of create that HBCU experience, which means ton of mentoring, informal and formal, a lot of community building, because that's also going to make people feel like they can bring their best selves to their office every single day, and then a ton of leadership development. And so when we thought about the ways to just make that a holistic experience, the internship is so much more meaningful than just the day-to-day, right, that 9 to 5. They're building community, they're building mentors, they're building an opportunity to understand, like, I could actually be at this huge brand and offer my transferable skills there.
That's great. That's some great opportunities. And Ed, in terms of the soccer space and the work that you're doing in communities accessing the sport, how has the sport of soccer, as you've traveled around, built a sense of belonging for youth within communities across the country here?
Well, I'm so glad that this question's in this discussion, because one of the most innate things about being human is wanting to be a part of, to be associated, to be included, to belong. And often youth sports is a platform for belonging, maybe the first platform for belonging for many young people. And so we think of the sport in that sense first as the child belonging and the youth belonging and being connected to others in their community and having a safe space to be and learn and grow. But then we also look at the coach, whom we call coach mentors. And there's a powerful sense of self-actualization that comes from being a youth coach, showing that you belong to your community and contributing in a positive way to the future and development of young people in your community. Thinking about that role differently creates a sense of belonging. And then in the bigger community, this sense of social cohesion. I've met some of my best friends over the last 30 years standing on the touchline of a soccer match, watching our kids play. People that I would not otherwise meet in my neighborhood. But I get a sense of being a part of this community through the sports and the activities that are happening in my neighborhood. And I meet people and we talk about things that are going on. And so I feel a part of. So this sense of belonging, sports has always been kind of at the center of that in many communities. And I think it's a really important leverage point to think about how we leverage soccer and other sports as a platform for change to help strengthen communities, because that's the focus of the work that we're doing at the U.S. Soccer Foundation.
That's great work. That's great work. And Maurice, I know a few years ago in 2021, the Gates Foundation started to focus and made a statement, a commitment towards diversity, equity, and inclusion, and had a strategic framework around that. And reflecting on that, how have you and the foundation seen this work advance the sense of belonging in the workplace, and how have you seen this play out in the work itself?
Yeah, I think it's a timely question. And when I think about the work that I do at the foundation, it's mostly manifested in what we've called sort of like investing in proximate leaders. So thinking about leaders who have lived experiences like the students that they serve. We've created a couple of cohorts of CEOs to come together, not necessarily to think about their business model or programmatic initiatives, but for the self-care for themselves. And I think a lot of times when we think about sort of people of color in leadership positions, what is sort of like what we'd like to call like the psychological air that they're breathing in, and how do we make sure that you are whole as a person so that you can lead your organization. So I think that's one of the sort of outward initiatives that we've undertaken that I've been privileged to sort of be a part of the community and learn from these leaders myself. I think internally, if you're not familiar with the Gates Foundation, we tend to be a strategy hypothesis-based investor. And one thing that we did and how we even approach these hypotheses is rethinking it from a targeted universalism lens, which required us to sort of like not necessarily think about ROI in the traditional sense, but what does it actually mean to close equity gaps? And so I think, came to the foundation at a great time where we were talking more about equity, we were talking about targeted universalism, and we were talking about supporting our partners and the leadership within them versus just seeing it as a vehicle for our initiatives. So I think that's like just a very concrete example of how that strategic shift for the foundation has been driving a lot of our investments.
Yeah. And as you talk about timely, I think you talk about the DEI piece, and I think for many folks in the audience, funding is also a timely piece to think about. and so Ed, the Soccer Foundation has awarded over $1 million in grants last year. From your experience, how can nonprofit organizations, whether here or outside of this room, best align or prepare themselves to set up themselves up for success for applying for grants and making their mark out there?
Yeah, so we think of it as investments that we make in communities. We transitioned when I became CEO from a traditional grant-making organization to an operating foundation. And so what we do is we work with community organizations and we identify community-based organizations that align with the values that we're trying to support in the marketplace. And that is organizations that think about sport as more than just fun and games, but see it as an incredibly valuable learning platform that when leveraged to good effect can improve health outcomes, can improve educational outcomes, can improve youth development outcomes, can help strengthen and prepare young people for life. And so finding those organizations that are thinking about sports more than who won what trophy or what's on the scoreboard, and thinking about it as a vehicle for learning, then those are the organizations that we want to invest in. And we invest in, I'm sure, in a number of groups that are in this room today, to support this work. Because it is a philosophical mindset. It has to be a belief in sport as something more, as having a value to do something incredible in our communities.
Yeah, that's great. That's transformational in its sense. And Lauren, the NBA Foundation is doing exceptional investment, as you talked about a moment ago. And in your 15-year philanthropic career here, what advice would you give nonprofit leaders that are looking to make their programs connect and stand out in this work?
Awesome. So it's interesting, and I actually relate to what Ed was sharing. When we started the foundation 4+ years ago, it was just 3 of us. And so we really brought, I would say, a lot of our perspectives, our experience and philosophies to create, a legacy-setting organization for this huge global brand. And one of the questions that was at top of mind for these 3 leaders, my team, is that we thought about what were the type of funders that we wish we would have had when we were in nonprofits. So when you have that as like the philosophical kind of approach, you're always centering the nonprofit organization. So we want to meet the nonprofit where you are. We want to ensure that we understand fully your goals, yes, and the evidence of your work. But more importantly, I want to hear about the challenges of your community. I want you to be able to clearly articulate the challenges and how your organization is standing in the gap, right? How your organization and your dedicated staff, your incredible young people are making a difference locally, every single day. And I would also say that there's, a misconception, right? People think, oh, this big brand, they're not supporting maybe like the everyday organization. The smallest grant that we give is $25,000, and we've also given grants that are over $1 million. But what is the connectivity between some hyper-local groups and maybe some national groups is they're all trying their best every single day to center Black and brown young people, to ensure that they're getting the skills that they need to be successful in whatever career pathway that they choose. So I would definitely, encourage people, follow us. If you don't, definitely check out our website. Feel free to apply if you're interested. We'd be happy to have you a part of the NBA Foundation foundation family.
Oh, that's great. A lot of people are happy to hear that.
Okay.
There you go. They're going to hold you to that. Maurice, the final question that I have is for you, which is specifically on the education side there at Gates. And what are your views on how folks in this room can be competitive with programming to apply for grants?
I was hoping we'd run out of time.
He's not willing to make the same commitment,
I'm going to take off my funder hat and just say the words expressed here are my own. I truly think, especially because the space I'm in is very like tech-enabled solutions, I'm seeing a lot of organizations trying to pivot from what's core to what they do really, really well to keep up with tech advancements. From my seat, I think what's more important is like how do we sort of bring the tech into this space where we have practitioners who understand students, who understand the conditions and are able to use that to drive sort of the market of AI versus us trying to make it fit what they put out fit into what we're doing. So that's just like my own personal statement around it. Like don't lose the core of what you do really, really well. When I am not a open request for proposal sort of funder. What I look for is really thought partners in the space, people who can push my thinking, who can push our strategies, and people who are thinking about it sort of at a systems level. So even if you are a local organization, I think what are the inroads to sort of like national things that are happening? Being here at Mentor Summit, thinking about like what Mentor is doing on a national scale and how you can bring that to your work. That would be my sort of general I guess, suggestion about what it looks like, but I don't want to overpromise on the stage anything. But you do something really, really well. You bring youth to the table, and that's what a lot of funders are looking for now. It's like, how do we actually get youth into these spaces? How do we think about proximate leadership? So keep the core, even if you are thinking around some of those evolution pieces, given a lot of what we're seeing.
Well, you just ran out of time, and just in time. And please help me thank Ed and Lauren and Maurice for sharing this knowledge about creating opportunity, the pathways, and how all of us can be a part of this belonging journey. And so I hope this conversation was helpful, and enjoy the rest of the programming. Thank you all. Thank you.
Please welcome to the stage Rob Robertson of the NFL Players Association DC Chapter President.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hey, y'all got to bring the energy up in the room. Give yourselves a round of applause for being here. Thank you, Mentor, for allowing me the opportunity to be here. My name is Rob Robertson, and I am deeply grateful to stand before you today. I'm a former NFL player, Baltimore Ravens, and yes, the baddest bird is not in the Super Bowl. Boo Steelers. I'm a current senior executive banker, and I also serve as the NFLPA DC Chapter President and Chairman of the NFLPA Advisory Board, roles that have allowed me to witness remarkable journeys of transformation, resilience, and purpose. Today, I have the honor of recognizing and celebrating an extraordinary young man, someone I have had the privilege of watching grow from a boy to a man, from a mentee to a mentor, and from being led to now leading. He's a young man from my beloved home state of Louisiana, affectionately known as the Boot. Where are my Louisianians at? Whose story has inspired so many, including me. The impact of Tyrann Mathieu's work across Louisiana and beyond is nothing short of profound. His dedication to uplifting and empowering young people, especially young people of color, has created ripples of hope and change. Tyrann isn't just a trendsetter, though we all remember when he made the blonde mohawk a phenomenon. He's a trailblazer, setting a standard for what it means to give back and lead with humility and heart. To those of you who will be traveling to New Orleans for the Super Bowl, I hope you'll see firsthand the lasting imprint Tyrann has left in and on the community. He's a Super Bowl champion himself. He's best known on the field as the Honey Badger, one of the most dynamic and accomplished safeties to ever play the game. Tyron's legacy is etched not just in his records he's broken, but in the lives he's touched. True to his name, the Honey Badger is a relentless force, a ball hawk on the field and a beacon of hope off of it. From his hometown of New Orleans to Kansas City and beyond, Tyron has played a role of safety in the communities, protecting, guiding, and uplifting those in need, especially our youth. Since 2023, Tyron has been a servant leader for Son of Saint, a New Orleans-based nonprofit organization that empowers fatherless boys through mentorship and support. His passion for mentorship shines brightly through his work and his heart. Tyron's accolades are countless: a Heisman Trophy candidate, an All-American, a two-time nominee for the prestigious Walter Payton of the Man of the Year Award, and an All-Pro selection, and so much more. But perhaps his greatest accomplishment and accolade isn't one recognized by trophies or titles. It is his unwavering commitment to being an ambassador for mentorship, using his platform to make a difference. In 2017, Tyron founded the Tyrann Mathieu Foundation, which focuses on providing resources, education, and mentorship to underprivileged youth. Through the foundation, he continues to plant seeds of hope and opportunity in the lives of so many. On a personal note, I recently authored a book titled Persevering Through Purpose. Watching Tyron's journey has given me a front row seat to what it truly means to persevere. When doubters tried to define him, he persevered. When critics ridiculed him, he persevered. And when mistakes threatened to derail him, he persevered. Just like my book, Persevering Through Purpose, which, by the way, is available to you back in the back corner. Stop by and say hello. Now Tyron stands before us as a man living in his God-given purpose, embodying the change he desires to see in the world. His journey reminds us of the scripture that says, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." So without further ado, it is my immense privilege to present the Excellence in Mentoring Public Elevation Award to the one and only, the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
For this incredible honor. Receiving the Excellence in Mentoring Award for Public Elevation means so much to me because mentoring has always been close to my heart. Throughout my life, I've been blessed with mentors who've helped guide me, believe in me, and help me see the potential I couldn't always see in myself. That's why I feel so passionate about using my platform to give back and uplift the next generation. Mentoring isn't just about advice. It's about building relationships, creating opportunities, and showing young people that they are seen, valued, and capable of achieving greatness. Every young person deserves that kind of support, and it's up to all of us to make it happen. I want to dedicate this award to the mentors who've helped shape me, and to the incredible youth out there who continue to inspire me each and every day. Together, we can create bright futures, one relationship at a time. Thank you again to Mentor for this recognition and for the amazing work you do to support mentoring across the country. Let's continue to make an impact together. Thank you.
Please welcome to the stage Emily Garai, Program Director at Mentor Minnesota.
Bonjour. Today we're standing on the homelands of the Piscataway and Nacosdoches people. We want to send honor, respect, and gratitude to them as relatives today. But again, bonjour, Odemanag Ikwe, Indigu, Emily, Indigenakaz, Makwa, and Dodem, Bawa, Babiganakag, and Dunjuba. I'm Emily Garai. I'm the program director on the awesome Mentor Minnesota team, and I'm really, really excited to be here. Across the United States, there are over 570 federally recognized tribes, 11 of which call Minnesota home because it's so great. With this in mind, I'm truly honored to highlight some of the incredible work being done in Minnesota to uplift Indigenous youth and young ones and support of their communities. Each tribe is unique with its own rich traditions, languages, and governance systems. There is no singular American Indian way. Each tribe's history and identity are deeply rooted in their specific culture. As Indigenous people, we are diversely unique. We are neighbors, friends, mentors, mentees, students, teachers. Again, there's not one way or type of Indigenous model. So it's important to recognize that when we think about uplifting communities, and in particular supporting Indigenous communities, and building opportunities for safe and supportive relationships through mentorship, we as Indigenous people can celebrate both our Indigenous culture, our identity, our roots, our ways of knowing through our traditional practices, while also living in a modern world, full stop. So with that, I'm really excited and honored to be here with my friends, but they're more than friends, they are my family, to introduce themselves and just share a snapshot of what their mentorship journey has been. And with that, I'm gonna pass it to Sadie.
Bonjour, Wasamakoin Indigenous Ajijak Nindundem Gawabag Beginagak Nindunjiba. Hello, my name is Lightning Woman. My English name is Sadie Allen. I am Sichongu Lakota and Wairito Ojibwe. I am a youth worker at the Division of Indian Work, as well as a member of the Young Women's Society and a co-business owner of Lightning Stone Arts.
Hamadak Yapi, Chante Washdena Pe Chuz Apie, Shungskawi Imak Yapie, Namajmie, Minikoju Lakota Himacha, Wak Pawashte Himataha, Bde Ote Otue Edwatie. Hello, my relatives. I greet you with a heartfelt handshake. My name is White Horse Woman, but I go by Madge. I am Minikoju Lakota from the Cheyenne River Sioux tribe, and I live in Minneapolis. I am a cultural coordinator at the Division of Indian Work for the Youth Leadership Development Program. I'm a member of the Red Ribbon Skirt Society, which focuses on MMIW work, and I'm a mother. I have 2 daughters I'm very proud of them. And then I'm also co-founder with Rika of the Young Women's Society, or Wikoshkalaka Omaniche.
Hi, I'm Rika Rivera. I'm a member of the Seneca Nation of Indians. I am the Youth Engagement Coordinator for Mentor Minnesota, started 3 months ago. I am also the Volunteer Coordinator and Youth Worker at the Division of Indian Work. I've been there for almost 11 years, and the co-founder of the Young Women's Society. Just a little background about the Young Women's Society. Around 2018, Madge and I noticed that some of our young women in our after-school program needed some extra love, extra attention, may it be boy trouble or just a whole bunch of siblings and they need to get out the house and, we got, come. And then we just got together on the weekends and started doing crafts. We made ribbon skirts, things like that. And then we built a partnership with the Red Ribbon Skirt Society, and we started to do work with missing and murdered Indigenous women. And we realized that this could be something big, and so we developed the Young Women's Society. And yeah, we do all kinds of things, field trips, just whatever you can think of. And we have a podcast called the Sacred Sisters Podcast. You can find us on IG. We tell the stories of missing and murdered Indigenous women, and then we've also expanded into talking about other things like girlhood and pipelines.
Yep.
So we are here, although I work for Metro Minnesota and DIW with them, we are here as the Young Women's Society. So what does mentorship look like in Indigenous communities?
So as Indigenous peoples, we are less than 1% of the population, right? So when we come to spaces like this, we find each other. We can always spot, our people, and so we tend to do that. So that relationship starts right away. And then from there, we tend to do things in a balanced manner as much as we can, physical, spiritual, emotional, and mental. And so that piece comes into that when we start our relationships. Also in regards to, Emily was saying there are over 500 tribal nations. So I'm Lakota. So my experience as a Lakota woman is very different from, say, somebody that's a Dene or Seneca even. So Sadie being White Earth, Ojibwe, and Rosebud Lakota, that tribal line right there is already a connection because we're both Lakotas and we're both women. And so from there, I feel more comfortable in supporting her. If she needs ceremony or if she just has questions regarding women protocols, that kind of thing, I'm able to answer those questions for her. And it's appropriate for me to do so as an older person. We always respect our elders. I'm not an elder yet, but you know, that's something that I asked my grandmas and my moms. So her parents live up north in Minnesota, so I'm kind of a connection down in the cities, and it just kind of feels more like home when you're around your own people.
Yeah, so with what Madge said, being Lakota, in our culture, we live by the teaching of Mitakuye Owasin, which is all of my relations, or we are all related. So that is an ideology that I've been brought up in and has shaped my life. And I go out in the world and I treat people as though I want to be treated. I treat you as my relative because we are connected in some way. So I conduct myself through that, and it's kind of almost like its own mentor. When you don't have someone, you can always have the culture, and so I'm so grateful to have Madge. Because growing up on the reservation in White Earth, we learned through observation rather than through words. I always joke that it's like the old Indian way of teaching, but for us, we always value observation and watching others and active listening to our elders, and thus watching them, I embody the teachings that they have provided in my life.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. And it really is kind of like group mentoring. Like they do have a special bond, but like we have several girls and we really all get together and, you know, guide each other at the same time. How do you see mentorship as a tool for uplifting Indigenous communities?
Right, so through our shared historical trauma, which in reality, the boarding school systems and the residential schools, they took our people physically from their homelands, physically from their families and their communities, and therefore their culture, their language. And so we kind of lost that along the way. And those survivors that came back didn't have those tools to correctly love, support, just even be a good relative, because it was literally beaten out of them. And so as my generation is coming along, my grandparents all went to boarding school, right? So my mom was raised a little bit different from me, and she's starting to bring back our culture and our language. And now I'm way more into it. So bridging that gap, I think, is very important. I think that's something that in our Young Women's Society we do really well. We're making sure that everything we do is indigenized. If we're gonna go to a movie, even though it might not be a Native movie, we're Indigenous people taking up space. And that's enough to already just be there, right? So if you wanna.
Yeah, so piggybacking off of what Madge said, I believe mentorship is harm reduction, it's generational healing, and for our people, I believe it's ancestral memory. So it's not about how it can be a tool, but how we can go back to that source, the teachings that we were gifted, like pre-colonization. So to be an Indigenous person in modern times is often like you're living in two worlds, right? You're living in a world that wasn't intended for your existence. And then on the other hand, you're also trying to reconnect to your culture. So because you're being pulled in those two directions that are so vastly opposite, it can be really confusing and isolating. So it's important that we have these mentorship relationships because it helps you work through those feelings. to see yourself in someone that's older than you, that's successful in what they do, while embodying all of our cultural teachings. It helps you, and like that has experienced the bumps in the road along the way. It helps make them relatable and initiates this feeling of connection and belonging to something and to somewhere.
Good job. What have you gained or hope to gain from this mentoring relationship?
Yeah, so as I said earlier, I do have 2 daughters, and Sadie is literally the in-between age-wise for my kids. And they're friends, of course, because my daughters are part of our society too. But I have a different relationship with Sadie that I can't have with my daughters. And so that's something that I wanted, and I've gained that. And it's very uplifting, and I'm very proud to watch Sadie excel, but not only in the workplace, but with our shared values and our shared cultural teachings. I think we've come a long way. We can talk to each other very easily. We're friends. Like, this is my little work daughter, so it's a very easy relationship to have, but it's something also that I needed. So this relationship definitely goes both ways, and I like that. I love that about us.
Okay, let's see if I can get through this without crying.
You're always in good company with me. Everybody knows I live in tears.
So I think already from the beginning, like, Madge and Rika have brought so much abundance to my life, and I'm eternally blessed and thankful to have these women in my life, because without them, I wouldn't be here today speaking. I wouldn't be working at Division of Indian Work, or I wouldn't have been a member of the Young Women's Society. And over the 2 years of getting to know them, they've helped me begin to build up myself and my voice and my confidence to put myself out there. And those are all things that I observed through Madge and Rika, and their dedication to our community and uplifting all of our youth. I can envision what I want for my future and who I want to be because of these women and their support, and having created a safe space for me and other young women. So yeah, I'm very blessed to have 2 more aunties in my life.
And I just want to say really quick, I've never said this to Madge and Emily, but you guys have been mentors to me in a lot of ways, even though we worked well together. I just love you guys. And Emily kind of stole me from DIW, even though I stayed. Yes. But she saw something in me, and now I'm here today, and Madge has been like the best friend ever. So, we're all mentoring each other and mentees to each other, so.
Right.
I love you guys.
We love you back. I think it shows the reciprocity that happens in mentorship, right? So, but with that, I know we have like 30 seconds left, but we really wanted to start in a good way and end in a good way. So really want to send honor, respect, and love to all of you. So yeah, Chimugwich, appreciate it. And again, see, I live in tears, but know that it's from a place of love. Yeah, but appreciate the time and space today. And again, I just love and appreciate you all for joining me up here, and for which they really didn't know we were going to be on this stage till like 48 hours ago.
It's my fault.
Yeah.
But again, appreciate you all, and thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll be like Congo.
Please welcome to the stage Eric James, a mentee with Silver Lining Mentoring.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow. Shoot. What an honor it is to be at the National Mentoring Summit I never imagined getting to share this stage with such an incredible lineup of speakers or visiting the Capitol to share my story with legislators. So to be honest, I'm not sure I ever thought my story was worth sharing. So this moment, it still feels a little surreal. And while I was invited here to share my mentoring story, that story isn't just about my mentor. It is also about people like each and every one of you who wake up every day and make those mentoring relationships possible. So as I share my story, I hope you see yourself in it. I hope you're reminded of the ways, big and small, obvious and subtle, that you have shown up for the young people in your programs, and how your work has made a difference in the lives of more young people than you probably will ever know. I was 13 years old when I entered the foster care system. Between the ages of 13 and 18, I was moved around 12, 13. I honestly can't even remember how many times. Those moves were often unexpected and really abrupt. I remember my social worker showing up at my school without warning. All of a sudden, my principal pulled me out of class, had me clean out my locker, brought me to my social worker's car, just for me to find out that my stuff had already been packed in the back seat. I was then dropped off at a stranger's house where I would stay until the next inevitable move. You see, it's hard to trust adults and have faith in people when all you know as a kid is inconsistency. I ended up feeling pretty isolated and alone. I didn't have much motivation to get out of the house or go to school or try to make friends. But I'll never forget when I finally got a taste of stability. I was 16 years old and I had just been moved again. This time I got to live with a good foster mom, and I was connected to Silver Lining Mentoring, also known as SLM. I remember Evan from SLM telling me that they would find me a mentor who I had stuff in common with, someone who I might enjoy doing things with, and I thought, yeah, okay, sure. I didn't have any reason to believe that this would be any different than the many other adults who had come through for a minute and then for one reason or another dropped off. And I didn't realize at the time that at Silver Lining, mentors are volunteers, and that my mentor wasn't going to be paid to show up or leave like so many other adults had. She was actually choosing to be there just because she wanted to spend time with me. Her name was Yvonne, and at first, I really couldn't believe how much we had in common. We were both into playing sports. We were both Celtics, go Celtics. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We both loved music and food. I enjoyed spending time with her, and I looked forward to seeing her. Most importantly, she showed up for me, and she just kept showing up, like in ways that might seem small, but they were huge for me. I'll never forget when Yvonne started coming to watch me play sports. I had never experienced someone show up for me in that way. All my teammates and my friends had people yelling their name, and I had no one. And when she showed up, I felt less alone. I knew I had someone in my corner, and it made me want to do better. The consistency she provided when others in my life couldn't helped me see what was possible for my future. I went from always being in trouble and on the brink of getting suspended from school to getting straight A's and suddenly feeling ready to join after-school activities like the debate team and JROTC. Yvonne also helped me realize that if I made a mistake or a bad decision, which I definitely did, she wouldn't judge me. Instead, she provided unconditional support and reminded me that it is okay to misstep and that I don't have to let fear get in the way of what I want to accomplish. But it wasn't just Yvonne. It was the entire SLM team. From the CEO, Colby, who taught me the art of listening not to respond or to react but to understand, to Evan, who taught me that it was okay to mess up because he would always be there, that even if I didn't text him back, he would keep checking in, and over a decade later, he is still doing that. Thank you, Evan. To Mobes, who taught me the power of a smile and the power of positive attitude. I saw how people gravitate to that. I gravitated to that, and Mobile showed me I could do that for others. What started as a one-year commitment has turned into a lifelong support system. Over a decade later, I know I can call my mentor or Silver Lining when I need them. Back then, I'm not sure I fully understood how my connection to SLM or the consistency of my relationship with Yvonne impacted me or would impact me in the years ahead. But the truth is that Yvonne and Silver Lining became like family to me. They were there for me through many milestones. They helped me build a budget, taught me how to shop for groceries, and exposed me to so many life skills that I still use today. Yvonne and the team were there when I graduated high school. They helped me apply to colleges, and they were the first ones I wanted to tell when I got my college acceptance. I stand here today as a UMass Dartmouth graduate who is proud to be working for Boston Mayor Michelle Wu's Office of Returning Citizens. The sense of belonging that I found at SLM helped me go from not wanting to be around people to being a convener and a community builder. I went from existing to living, from feeling invisible to feeling valued, to now helping others see their value. SLM gave me the tools to pay it forward. I don't spend too much time thinking about the negatives in my life. I'd rather focus on all the things I have been able to accomplish. And Yvonne and SLM have been a huge part of that. So I'm here today because I want to remind us of the hope. I know the power of mentoring for youth in foster care. My biggest message to you is that the main difference between foster youth and other kids is stability and opportunity. That is why I choose to see hope, because stability and opportunity are things we get in relationships through mentoring. And after the last few days here, I don't know about you, but I am leaving full of hope. Hope that this movement, all of us together, can create a world where foster youth and all youth experience the meaningful mentoring moments that allow them to thrive. Moments that build trust, teach what unconditional care and support feel like, and remind us that we are all worthy of love and capable of greatness. Those are the moments that forever change young people. I know they changed me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jermaine Blunt. I am the first director of mentoring services here in the city of Newark. My mentor was extremely influential in my life, and that's because growing up, I didn't have a father figure in the household. My mentor also was an architect. So understanding that he went to college, he was successful, and he was able to give back to his community, helped me to believe in myself in going to college. As a mentor now myself, I look back on those experiences and understand that it's time to pay it forward.
Hi, my name is Madison Turner. I go to North Star Academy High School, and this is my Newark story.
My name is Princess Olivia Clark, and this is my Newark story.
My name is Jaden Stuckey. I'm a graduating senior at Central High School located in Newark, New Jersey. This is my Newark story. Many might not even know what Newark is or might hear the negative impacts of Newark, but I'm gonna set the story straight.
Personally, I've had amazing mentors over the years, and given that I am an older sister, it's kind of like I am a mentor as myself. So taking the things that I have learned with somebody outside of my family and bringing that in and trying to instill that into my little sister, and just bettering the generations that's coming after me, it's really rewarding, and just being able to connect with different people and then take what you've learned from them and pass it on to somebody else is really special.
To be honest, before Heritage Hall, I didn't necessarily have a mentor. So having that person to say, I'm proud of you, keep going. I know the college process is hard. It made me feel like I was doing something to better myself. Because I had that person who has already been through college, already knows what it's like to go to HBCU. So having somebody to confide in no matter the problem, it showed me necessarily to not give up on my dreams and to know that somebody's still there and they've been through it so I can go through it too.
Well, my mentor experience has been pretty dope. I don't know, to me, it just felt like something I had watched in one of the HBCU movies, or even though I haven't been to Morehouse yet, but I got to feel the vibe and the experience, the greatness that Morehouse represents. Excellent men, strong men, black men. That right there really did touch me in a positive way.
As a director of mentoring services, I have the opportunity to provide infrastructure to improve upon mentoring services here in the school district. So every single student can feel like they belong, like they have a purpose, and they have a roadway to ensure their goals and dreams become a reality. So what does that mean? That means that our staff members are trained to be organic mentoring connections with their students. So that means that our community members, our college partners, and our corporate partners can come into the school and be a resource for our students so they can see beyond the four walls of the school what they can become, what's available to them, as well as the pathway to reach their goals and their aspirations. It's not enough just to have a good mentoring program. We want to have great mentoring programs. So we want to build the quality of the training that our mentors receive, and we want to build the quality of services that those mentors provide. My name is Jermaine Blunt, the first director of mentoring services for the city of Newark, and that's my Newark story.
Please welcome to the stage Thomas Owens, Executive Director at Mentor Newark.
Wow, okay, there it is. All right. Let's hear it for Newark, New Jersey one more time, please. Thank you. Wanted to make one comment really quick. The gentleman you saw there, Mr. Stuckey, was a young man that wanted to go to Morehouse College. With the help of his mentor, Sean, who's in here somewhere, Sean Hudson from the National Board of Mentor, he got the announcement 2 days ago. He was accepted to Morehouse and will be starting in September. So give him a hand. And of course, we're representing our HBCUs. Any HBCU people in the house today? One more time, just from my heart. HBCU people. Beautiful. I'm gonna get right into it, Jermaine. So tell me, what's it like, what's the experience for you to be the first Director of Mentoring Services for the city of Newark ever? What does that feel like?
Well, Thomas, it's really a purpose and a passion that I've had all my career. Mm-hmm. You know, starting off as a teacher, a tech facilitator, a vice principal, and a school principal for the last 30 years. You know, I've been really able to focus, a laser-like focus on what I always knew was the purpose of education. Number one was relationships, because without relationships, nothing else happens. And so the level of purpose and passion that we've been able to garner, you know, with our affiliate Mentor Newark, as well as throughout the Newark, city of Newark, we've been really able to develop those relationships with our staff, as well as with our partners as well.
One thing I want to thank also is that some of our affiliates helped us get here. Mm-hmm. We have Marcus Strother from Mentor California. Give him a hand, please. As well as our people from Mentor Maryland, D.C. Give them a hand. What's so great about an affiliation like we have is that when it came time to create this position, those are the people I reached out to in terms of how we wrote the job description, how we wrote the piece. That was all done collaboratively and with the help, of course, of Mentor National to get it done. to create this position. So now that we have it, now that we've gotten through this first hurdle, what do you want to get done? What's it look like successful?
Well, the first thing is helping people understand what mentorship is. Everyone has their own definition of what mentorship is. However, what we know is that we want to meet students where they are. And so we have the opportunity to build upon a very comprehensive mentorship program for an entire school district with over 63 schools and 44,000 students. As a director of mentorship services for the district, that infrastructure is built upon 5 pillars. First starts with school-based mentoring. All right, so that school-based mentoring is ensuring that the staff that are in front of students every single day are trained with quality mentor training to be the first line of defense, to ensure that students are developing the level of self-confidence and self-esteem that they need to soar. Our next level is peer mentorship, because we know when students support each other and they act as a team and build the synergy, we know they can take each other very far. So we want to engage them together to strengthen them so they can move forward together. The next pillar is with our corporate partners. Those corporate partners are extremely important because it helps us meet kids where they are. Why? It doesn't matter if you have a 1.0 and you just came out of incarceration, or you have a 4.0 and you're headed to Morehouse or Howard or Cornell. We can set you up with an industry partner that can set up simulations with you to help you develop those career readiness skills that you absolutely need. And so whatever level the student is, we have a mentorship program for them. Again, over 44 elementary schools will participate in a peer mentorship program after school from now, starting in February, all the way to May. Wow. And that opportunity came through the mentorship and the training through Mentor Newark in order to train these individual peer mentors to give back to their younger peers in the elementary schools. So those are just some of the examples, including our community partners, which are really culturally responsive to those individual needs that maybe a corporate sponsor can't participate in, but the community, because they are from the community, they understand the students, they can better able to build those type of personal relationships with those individuals' kids. We also have college partners. Yep. You know, with Montclair University, we've built a program where our EOF students, which is Equal Opportunity Fund, those individual students take their work study hours and they apply them to become college mentors for our high school students. So we got 5 pillars of mentorship. So it's a comprehensive program in the city of Newark. So we're meeting students where they are, no matter what level they're performing at. And so we can ensure we meet the definition of mentoring, which means that we're guiding and supporting individual students where they are to get another step above so they can meet their aspirations and whatever goals they have in that lifetime. So as a director, I get the opportunity to work with a number of partners with a number of levels of those mentorship programs in order to make sure we are heading in the right direction.
Great. How far do you see this going? Or how far can it go?
We're first starting off in Newark. And you know, if you know Whitney Houston, her home was in Newark, right? And we have a number of, Michael B. Jordan, we have a number of celebrities that have really made it in the entertainment industry. But now we want to make sure that Newark is also known, not just for entertainment, and not just the celebrities that come out of Newark like Shaq and many of the other ones, but what's coming out of Newark now is mentorship. And so this mentorship comprehensive model is being shared across the state, and we want to share it across the country. This director of mentoring says to school districts that academics are important, but building relationships and mentorship is just as important in order to ensure that students develop the self-confidence, the self-esteem, and a winning mindset to reach their goals and their aspirations.
So Newark is really Mentor City.
Mentor City.
That's our slogan, just in
Mentor
case you didn't
City.
know. Newark is Mentor City, and I want just to remind as we leave, there's 3 things we talk about at Mentor Newark all the time. It's joy, purpose, and opportunity. And the way we look at it is be joyful, be very purposeful, and then create opportunities for young people to be joyful and do it over and over again. So our goal is to make sure we put the joy in the work as we do this work. So Jermaine, once again, thank you. I think Newark hit the stage today. I'm proud of Newark. Newark did their thing. Give us a hand, please. And as we walk off, I want to just to emphasize one time as we look at the work we're doing in all of our cities, that what I really love about the position, that working with the district, we were able to work with the district to actually create a position that exists in the district. This is now a district position where the district is paying full benefits, the whole thing, and we were able to contribute it through, talking about some stuff we taught earlier this week, through an appropriation from Senator Booker's office, which provided some of the dollars for that. That's why the stuff we saw Monday was so important, right? So once again, thank you guys again, and Newark is out. Thank you.
Please welcome to the stage Emerge Academy from Your Move MKE.
Yo. Yeah. Okay. I'll take the noise. What's going on, y'all? So beautiful to be out here at the National Mentorship Summit, convened by Mentor. I never even knew about that word before. So I'm so grateful to be here, y'all. My name is Joseph Wilkie, better known as Silky.Jose, here out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, representing Your Move MKE, Emerge Academy, which is Your Move Restorative Justice. So Your Move MKE is a nonprofit in Milwaukee. It's a hip-hop chess club. And the mission of the organization is to bring families closer together for a higher level of thinking and creative expression through the elements of hip-hop. And I have the great favor of running their studio program, which is called the Restorative Justice Cipher. And we ended up terming the name Emerge, YMRJ. Your Move Restorative Justice. The south side of Milwaukee is a Hispanic neighborhood, so got a little E in there. And I have the great honor through the right connections, which is what mentorship is all about. One of my favorite aspects of this opportunity is getting to learn more about this amazing Mentor National organization. And I love when you visit their website and it says right there, first lines, everybody is born with potential, but not everybody is born with the same opportunity. Everybody has potential inside of them, and that gap to help somebody go from desperation and scarcity and lack is usually just a right relationship. So much love to Joellen Spacek for being a right relationship in my life and getting me out here. This is an amazing opportunity. I'm here with 2 youth teenagers that I have the great honor of mentoring as young artists, and we're gonna show y'all a little bit of what we do. Y'all ready to meet them? I love it. So we're hip-hop artists. I know y'all chilling and sitting down. I'm gonna request that you stand up. Y'all could come all the way up if you want to. Like, this is a hip-hop show, okay? We finna turn up. So if you want to come front row, yeah, I appreciate the love. Yo. Hey, this is a real show. DJ, go ahead, spin that first one for me. Let's go.
What's up, Mentor? I'm glad to be here. Yeah, let's make some noise for Mentor National Conference. I got a message. Listen. You know, Kobe spitting bars in the booth, you know I kill it. Every song I make is hard. Didn't think that I would make it, but my lyrics took me far. In the kitchen, I'ma eat it. Chef cooking like a star, gonna really bake it. Hop up on the wave, looking like a kid's Jamaican in the paper dancing. Spin my flow, I'm sounding manic. Finna really jam it, finna really ham it. Going ham, I'm in the booth, I'm slamming. He finna can it, finna throw it up. Like an alley-oop, I'm in the cut, finna blow it up. No one give a what. I'ma get the paper in the studio like a pirate. No, I'm searching for the booty. Shorty got the cooties, never touch her flow. Sounding really kooky, chasing all the money. I'm rapping, sounding like a toonie. Ayy, ayy, finna throw it up like an alley-oop. I'm in the cut, finna blow it up. No one give a what.
And you know I'm going hard. 25 times 10, and you know I'm jumping in. I can't wait to take that win. Coming through like a dolphin, cause you know I'm diving in. On the track, you know I'm drilling. On this track, you know I'm drifting. And you know I'm with the gang, and we coming full force. 2025, show no remorse. Y'all thought I was done, but I'm coming back for more. Crazy part, I'm just rapping and I'm really having fun. I mean, I really just begun. I can do this on my worst day. Even on my birthday, I spend boards like it's a holiday. Coming through full force, and you know I got the source. Putting headers down like it's a cold corpse. Me and Kobe on the beat, and you know we finna do it big. Man, I swear I got the plan.
Kobe get the racks now. In the stew, I'm counting up, finna mac out. In the car, I'm finna swerve it, finna crash out. In the whip, new Birkin, finna bag out. I'm finna back out. Ballin' on the track, I'm spitting fire when I write it. Yeah, you know I'm finna kill it. Man, you know I'm finna drill it. J's up on my feet. When I ball, flow on fire. I be rolling like a tire. Don't trust shorty, she a liar. On the track, I'm spitting fire. In the cut, Michael Myers. What? Studio on fire, blowing up the speakers. Nola homie is a tweaker. Put the fluid in the beaker. Finna spin it, finna win it, finna kill it, finna drill it, finna mac it, finna get it, finna write it, finna win it. On the track, you know I'm spinning. On the track, you know I'm winning. On the track, you know I'm winning, Said I'm really finna kill it.
Said I really finna kill it. Mud baby in the building, and you know I'm making millions, and you know I'm going hard. 25 times 10, and you know I'm jumping in. I can't wait to take that win. Coming through like a dolphin, cause you know I'm diving in. On the track, you know I'm drilling. On this track, you know I'm drifting. And you know I'm with the gang, and we coming full force. 2025, show no remorse. Thank y'all, thank y'all. Dang.
Found it. Thank you. Yeah. That was evil with it. He was evil with it.
Okay. So we got 10 more minutes to make the most positive, incredible impact on your life possible and talk about mentorship for a second. You're first, Mud Baby. That's right. I love it. So our relationship is super unique and special because we actually connected between me being a mentor for her older brother, who then got locked up, and I really went through a lot of my entrepreneurship journey, and I was basically homeless for 3 years, 2 winters straight in Milwaukee, and her family actually brought me in during some cold months for 4 months. So that was a lot of love, and we just developed a really close relationship, and I love the Mud Baby. She's definitely super trusted and one of my favorite people on the planet. So Germany, Mud Baby, just talk to the crowd for a quick second about what mentorship has done for you in your life. That's it. What's mentorship done for you in your life?
Okay, I'm nervous. My heart beating so fast.
You just snapped the performance. You did the performance.
Mentoring has really opened up my eyes. I'm a very closed-off person, shy, and Joseph has brought a lot of light to my eyes, and I have grew so much since I've been in his environment or since we connected, and it just taught me a lot. I've been through a lot, and Silky's just always there. Like, I can be having the worst day, and he'll call out of nowhere like, Germany, you're so great. You're amazing. And I was like, oh, my God, I don't want to hear it right now. But, yes, I love it. I love it all. It's an amazing experience, and I'm very, very grateful for you guys having us here.
So I know y'all took a seat, but I just want to let you know there's more music if you want to hang out. If you want to sit down, do your thing. But we going to turn up, so y'all can turn up with us if you want. DJ, we got Come Correct. By the way, this, we recently released a music video for this song. I'm sure we'll get the links to you, but it is called Come Correct by CHM Mud Baby. All right, let's get it. Yeah. Mud, baby. What? Come on now. Money, power, and respect. Put it on a check. Diamonds on me dancing, making natural to flex. Speaking on my name, then you better come correct. Johnny Dan the Great, try 'em out, I pass the test. Money, power, and respect, put it on a check. Diamonds on me dancing, making natural to flex. Speaking on my name, then you better come correct. Johnny Dan the Great, try 'em out, I pass the test. Yeah, I'm out here in the mix, gotta put on for the jits. If you really for the hood, then you welcome to the crib. Got a V8 in the hood with some turbos, catch my drift. I could hawk you down on foot, but the SRT will spin. What?
Mud, baby, and you know I'm going crazy and I'm flexing on my haters. Yeah, they getting a little outrageous. I ain't never been cocky. Always had a little flavor. I ain't never been broke. Always keep a little paper. Yeah, you know I'm up, and I ain't never been no leash. Baby, show me some. I got the world on my back, ain't no giving up. I'm as big as it gets, you don't owe me none. Baby girl, wanna flex? Let me show you some.
Huh?
Yup, let me show you some. I got the world on my back, ain't no giving up.
No.
Life ain't fair, you gotta stay afloat and be aware.
Hey. Mama shouldn't name me Trey. All my A's came with a win. All my pain is in the wind. All the same finest low win. What you thinking Blue Hunt is? Lie to me, we boxing in. Parting ways you overlook. Moving wrong, misunderstood.
Put respect on my name when you speaking on it. Motivation ain't no rest, put me to the test. Speak on me and Wookie, we gon' show you who the best. See me up.
What?
I be shining like a scratch, see me from afar. Now I'm shining like a star, God's southern child.
Yeah.
I know you see me, y'all come far.
Yeah, you see me.
Ain't no worries when I rap, we can go bar for bar.
And we on top, money, power, and respect. Put it on a check. Diamonds on me dancing, make it natural to flex. Speaking on my name, then you better come correct. Johnny Dan the Great, try 'em out, I pass the test. Money, power, and respect, put it on a check. Diamonds on me dancing, make it natural to flex. Speaking on my name, then you better come correct. Johnny Dan the Great, try 'em out, I pass the test.
Money, power, and respect, put it on a check. Diamonds on me dancing, make it natural to flex. Speaking on my name, then you better come correct. Johnny Dan the Great, try 'em out, I pass the test.
Let's go, Mud, baby! Yeah. Amazing. That young lady's incredible, and perseverance. You know what I'm saying? She really has been through a lot, and for her to continue to shine her light on the world is a benefit for us all. So we got another young artist up here. Where you at, Kopi?
Hello.
Okay, I like that. That was good. The mystery voice. So this young, beautiful human, the Kopi, a true legend. So we met through your move MKE as well. I was running their summer program for 11 weeks throughout the summer, 10 to 2 every day, called Hip Hop Hangouts. Your move is just a phenomenal organization that does a lot of incredible free community development work by using hip hop to bring families together. And I'm gonna let Kopi just talk, because Kopi is much better than I am at talking.
Well, this started last year, and what month was it? August? Yeah, June. My group home made me come to the program, and I did not want to go at all, like not in the slightest. But I gave it a chance, and my wings spreaded when I met this amazing man named Silky. So much benefit, so much grace from God that got me to be where I am today, because I guarantee it, if I chose not to stay that week and do my own thing, I wouldn't be here. And I'm so grateful that I gave it the opportunity. But we got a chance to take with this next track.
All right, let's spin that last track. We got 3.5 minutes left.
Start over, start over, start over. Take one more chance and find a way to make a place. Start over, start over, start over.
Y'all ready? Where y'all
can
at?
take turn y'all lights on for me.
Yup.
Chance.
Where them flashlights at?
A way
hey, we love y'all. We love y'all.
Make a
Come on, Kopi, let's get it.
Let's get it. I took a dive into a chance, now I do the money dance. Diamonds poking like a lance, you know, Kobe is the man. You know, Silky got the fans, now we sliding in the bands. Now my mind is in a trance, now we finna win.
Hold on, say a prayer, break away from sin. Both hands in the air like I'm praising him. And it's never too late to begin again. Turning hate into love, I repent
Never
within.
too late to give a chance to those who care. The stars I stare, I fall, I glare, cut off my hair, I make a change, I know the way to you.
Gotta boss up when I fall down. Brand new Jacobs like a touchdown. I can see the sun coming up now. Me and Kobe building up our trust accounts.
Illness, sleeping in a van, schools testing, making plans. All the hate I gave a ban, had to log on to the plan, had to log on to the route. Kobe finna make it out, Kobe Silky got the clout.
Take the pain involved, let the rain dissolve all the stains it caused.
It's all in the past.
Take a breath and pause.
Second chance.
It's all worth the cost.
Kingdom first.
Stand up when you fall.
Advance, never too late to give a chance to those who care. The stars I stare, I fall, I glare, cut off my hair, I make a change, I know the way to you. Thank y'all so much for having me out here. Y'all don't know what it means. Y'all don't know what it means to me to be out here. I thank Silky for giving me this opportunity. I thank Tim for giving me the opportunity as well. I'm so grateful to be out here. Y'all don't even know the beginning of it. Come on.
Had a couple brothers that making who I am. When they say I can't, I'll be loyalty forever. This is deeper than a friend. Mentorship is guidance, help them reach the promised land. When I'm at the mountaintop, I'm reaching down my hand. Everyone is born with a vision and a plan, sharing our resources so we all can understand.
Never too late to give a chance to those who care. The stars I stare, I fall, I glare, cut off my hair, I make a change, I know the way to you.
Yeah! Woo, woo. Let's go. Okay, standing up, we'll take it. I appreciate the love.
Love, man.
Hey, we wrote a book on mentorship called Together It's Worth the Fight, a collection of ideas on mentorship. Copyrighted by my personal brand, Vision Minds Entertainment. We're going to be somewhere in here. We accept donations if you are interested or you want to just meet us. Our flight's at 3:50, so we got a brief period of time. But if you want to come meet us, we're going to chill for like 30 minutes. And again, thank you so much, Mentor National, and everybody involved with giving us the opportunity. All Unfinished Legacy out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Oh, God. Started in Milwaukee. They're worldwide now. Shout out to Unfinished Legacy.
Shout out
Forever. They
Unfinished
donated
Leg.
this merch. Oh, God. Bussin'.
Oh, yeah.
Gratitude and love. www.yourmovemke.org.
Oh, that was so lit.
Please welcome to the stage Jermaine Myrie, Chief Executive Officer at Mentor.
How's everyone? Yeah. All right, so this is where it ends, but how was that? Great. So I want to thank the Emerge Academy from Your Move MKE and Silky Dot, Kopi, Germany. Give them another round of applause. And in the spirit of concluding the summit, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your partnership. Thank you for the laughs. Thank you for the support. Thank you for showing up and for staying. Hope you enjoyed the lunch. Thank you. Yes, give yourselves a round of applause. I'd love to thank the Westin staff, the Westin hotels. Have they been great? Yeah? I'd love to also thank our sponsors, our exhibitors, our partners, supporting partners. I'd love to thank Jen and the Sapphire Events team, the folks that have made the engine run, right? We could not have done this event without that team in coordination. I also want to thank our affiliates, our affiliate leaders, our affiliate staff, and the mentor team overall. Give them a round of applause. So this summit for me is marked by the word resilience. When I landed here on Monday afternoon, there was just a little bit of things happening. On Tuesday, a little more happened. On Wednesday, a little more. And all through it, as you saw on Thursday when we opened, and the way in which the conference opened, there's a lot that's happened. And between Monday and now, a lot more has. But we're here. And that resilience is what I want us to take back home, wherever we call home, to remember that everything is possible together. And that you have us at Mentor, and you have each other and the friends that you've made this week to help carry you through those moments when you think that you have nothing else to give. Where's that next dollar going to be coming from? Where's that next partnership? Where's that next opportunity? Please connect back in. Feel less than. So again, thank you all. We encourage you to complete the survey. If you're like me, sometimes you're like, maybe next time. As you're commuting to the airport between here and wherever that is, complete the survey. It helps us to make this better. It helps us to understand what you want to see. This is your conference. It's in February. I know. I know. It was either February 4th or January 5th. I'm kind of not going to work with that, right? So yes, change your travel plans. Community with you all. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Safe travels to wherever it may take you. Have a great weekend, and please reach out, connect, and let's stay involved. Be well.